GHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Shatterguard.com.au, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
And a very good evening, everyone. We welcome you back to the Perth Ice Arena for Game 2 of our Round 14 doubleheader on what is a cold and windy Friday night here in Perth. But the action, as I said in the first game, is only heating up. And what a way to cap off this doubleheader with a top-of-the-table clash. Flyers Blue, who have got 15 points from their 10 matches, and the Flyers Orange, who have got 11 points from their 10 matches. So top of the ladder may not be at stake, but of course a little psychological edge is also at stake between the two teams. Maybe a dress rehearsal for the grand final series. Only time will tell. Paul Persick with you once again in the commentary box. And as always, it's a great pleasure to have your company. All thanks to our major supporters, CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers, of course our Power Play sponsor, Shatterguard, and our media broadcasters in season 2021. The best in the business, Front Row Screens, FRS Sport, your number one in 2021. And a big game it is too. Last week, both sides played out ties. The Flyers Orange last week squandered a 2-1 lead to tie with the Vikings 3-all. A very tight and heated contest over in Coburn. And the Blues also shared the points with the Blackhawks in another thrilling tie. Scores to Healy and Kairos rescued the Blues from a shock defeat. If this is a grand final preview, then you may see these teams go at it hammer and tongs on the last Friday in September. Dump and chase must be utilised by the Flyers Orange. They've got to play the puck to the wings where Bob Kelly and Dave Bruck can break out to the offensive zone and look for those chances. The rookies, they stepped up in the absence of Georgiev and Punler. And Georgiev is back in the side tonight. And Alistair Punler is still out due to injury. Williams and Tortoise got plenty of the puck and were effective in that defensive zone. As a result of Punler not playing just yet, Lyndon Lodge will remain as standing captain for this game. The Blues, well, they got the draw, but what they have to do is control the tempo of play against this Flyers Orange side. You never know. They're a bit of an unpredictable side in ways. You never know what game plan they're going to have. But Ben Broke, he'll be one player that is desperate to hit the scoreboard tonight, as is Wilson and Chapman, who will be keen to hit the net in this match. We thank you for joining us wherever you may be across Western Australia, and around the world. Our Front Row Screens Facebook page, Perth Premier League Facebook page as well, and on YouTube as well. Have viewers tuned in from all around the world, including the United States, Canada, even some from New Zealand as well. A shout out to those in New Zealand as well across the ditch. They've had themselves a fairly good time in sport. Shout out to their cricket team too, that won the World Test Championship in Southampton against India. A marvellous performance by them. But who's going to dish out the marbles tonight? Will it be the Flyers Blue or the Flyers Orange in this clash between first and second? Flyers Blue have got the most goals this season. They scored 50. And they reached 50 last week against the Blackhawks, and they've got the best goal difference at positive 22. Flyers Orange have only got a positive 7. What a game this one is certainly going to be between these two sides. Worth the price of admission alone here at the Perth Ice Arena and viewing live on our live broadcast, Front Row Screen Sport. Not only do the best broadcast of local sport here in West Australia, I've got to say they've got some awfully good LED screens for any event to suit your needs. Whether it be a music concert, sporting event, they do a fantastic job every single week. Number one in 2021. Flyers Orange into their huddles now. Yannick Lodge doing some double duty, as is Sean McLean, who have just come off playing for the Sharks, who had a good win over the Blackhawks, an upset win. Their second of 2021. Flyers Orange are at 4-3-3. Their current record, 11 points from 10 games. They'll be looking for a big effort tonight. And there is Alistair Punler, in fact. He is playing. He's back. We just got a last-minute change, we were told just a few seconds ago. Punler will be playing, which is a big boost for the Flyers Orange. And they'll be happy with the efforts of Williams and Tortoise, who stepped up in his absence. Watch out for Ive Potvin as well, who's going to be a key tonight. And Lyndon Lodge, one of their main attacking players, starting up forward. Flyers Orange breaking from their huddle. And now the Blues, the reigning champs, are going to break from their huddle. Is this a dress rehearsal for the grand final? Only time will tell come September. when these teams do battle again, it's going to be likely Cox starting things off with Webster. Unless a last-second change has been made, starting off is Cox and Webster. So those will be the two with this face-off as the puck is about to drop on the dot. This clash of the top two is going to be an absolute ripper. It is go time. Maybe gets the first entry, but blocked off by Campbell. They're playing it along the wing straight away, the Flyers orange, and now they go to the weaker side. Ruck looking for the backhander flick to Webster, but Wilson is the man who was in front of the puck. Kairos, the open ice pass, but goes towards the goal crease easily. Chopped off McCann, and now the Flyers orange will look to have the game on their terms. Not if Kairos can do anything about it. Fakes the shot, but when he went for it, it ricocheted off Campbell. Lamb, the Irishman, as the captain. A talented captain he is indeed. Kairos tried to go cross-ice, only as far as Ruck. Ruck combining with Dave. Jake Ruck combining with Dave. Tanner. Nice front check by Cox, and it goes over the plexiglass and onto the bench. And we do have the scoreboard working. Thank goodness for that. Didn't get working at all after the first game, but luckily it was fixed. And we've got a clock working. Played the first minute on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Still 0-0 in the early going. Both sides having entries to that offensive zone right from the get-go. Defenseman playing tight at the moment on both sides. The orange emerged with it. Jeffries. Now the back goes Chapman. That's good play to try and break free. Kelly out to Tanner. Lovely backhand, Yannick Lodge going cross-ice to Tanner. Then here defenseman covering the slot. Off the dump and chase go the Blues, but Tanner recovers that one. Chapman behind the goal line. Nurich, who's back in the side after missing out last week. Off the post. That tip-in came in from Maybe. Cross-ice, blind one. Langell, who's also doing double duty tonight. Cherry picker by Healy. From the corner of the goal line. Well, what can he do? He's under pressure now from Lodge. 2-on-1. Went through the legs of Jeffries. Well played, Lamb. But equally an impressive effort by Webster. Webster plays it out to Lodge. Little stick check by Wilson. Forces the turnover. That's allowed Nurich to play it to the wings. And it's going to be an icing call. Go all the way back. The Flyers orange attacking zone. Just where they want it. The Flyers orange will have a first real chance out of the dot. Webster and Cox will gather again for another face-off. Kelly. He's got Lodge loose. He shoots. Mid-air high stick. Kelly close to the slot. Doesn't get onto that one. McLean. Nice 180 on Nurich, but Nurich read it better. Emerges with the puck. Plays to the weaker side, finding Kairos. Flyers orange again, forcing the pressure. Kelly to McLean. Open ice towards the goal line. Wilson comes up to meet it. Gets it across to Nurich. From the defensive zone, again they're playing to the weaker side, but on the chase is Cox. Cox cross ice to Maybe, and cut off Webster in the slot. They covered it well. Webster and a fellow defenseman. Now it's onto the outer side. Webster again, chopped off Kelly. Kelly back out to Webster. He's been in fantastic form. Lovely setup by Webster towards Kelly. Goes cross-ice. McLean was the intended target, but covering the hole, Wilson. Fantastic play by Wilson. Quick release to Kairos. Through centre ice. Deeks one. Fakes the shot. Into the boards there is a couple of Blues. Get it behind the goal line out to Kairos. Pressured by Campbell. Good physical pressure by Campbell. Chapman along the boards, back to Kairos, but it just wriggled out. Potvin, cross ice, blind. Georgia, what can he do? Back it's Ruck. Ruck, his pass, blind, Healy. The cherry picker was Mukija. Mukija bypassed by a couple of Flyers orange players. He retrieves the puck and goes open ice, only as far as Kelly. Mukija gets it back. Jeffries, hesitant to go for the shot. He went for it, but lovely effort to go cross ice to Nurich. He shoots, but well blocked there by Kelly. Inside the Flyers' orange defensive zone. We'll have a stoppage inside the first 5 minutes of this top-of-the-table clash. The clash at the top two. The CD Dodd scoreboard showing 0-all. Thank you for joining us on Front Row Screens. Healy off the back of the slot, doesn't get that one to go. Good save, McCann. Off the boards, cycling the puck of the orange, but goes only as far as Chapman. Transferring play to the outer side, where Healy was located. Kelly. Chapman loses possession. That's going to allow Webster to break free. But he's forced back. Well played by Chapman. Read the situation well. Webster goes to Kelly. Goes bang, but nobody home. It now goes towards open ice. Will it be an icing call? Refs say no. Lodge from the goal line. Plays it to the outer side. The Flyers orange looking to recover. Lamb chops it off. Kairos dumps the puck onto the boards. Now Webster uses his speed to his advantage. And now they're on the Flyers orange again. Ruck. Trickled back by Lamb. Webster out to Ruck on the centre of the slot. Just by the right-hand post. Webster at a fresh area. Plays it back by the neutral zone. And now they're forced back on defence there. Pressing quickly, the Flyers blue. But they've let out a few gaps. Ruck went to Webster. Good control by Webster. Back out to Ruck. The slot heavily protected. Inside the house. Goes to Lodge. Backhand by Webster. Almost the first one of the night for the orange. But it's well played there by the Blues to get it out there to Maybe. Maybe goes through one. Doesn't go through the second. Kairos rebounding. Cut off by Lamb. The orange putting the Blues under pressure. But the Blues have got it back. Healy outside the house. They're looking to enter that area again. But Webster is really making things difficult for the Blues at the moment. Langell. Fantastic in the first game. Langell shoots. Ooh, it ricocheted there off Wilson's shaft of the stick. Rebounded. Yannick Lodge. Langell was there at the centre of the slot. Rebounded by Healy. On centre ice. They push it back to the Flyers orange, and now they can play the cycle. Chapman off the long pass out towards the offensive zone. He's going to recover it quickly. Almost losing it. Langell was right there in the wings, but Nurich. Clever rebound, but only as far as two Flyers orange defensemen who chop it off. Yannick Lodge has got good reach to keep the puck in front. The physicality of Nurich there, out-muscling him in the contest. Jeffries out to Tanner. The Mukija breaks free. Lovely pass to Healy on the odd man rush. Healy's play stopped in his tracks there by Langell. Lodge goes bang. Ricochet off Chapman. There's a gap inside the crease. Did Langell get tripped up? Webster just over the crossbar. Oh, almost tipped in. Yannick Lodge went with the backhand, but had a fresh area. Kelly, tiny push, but Jeffries lays it out of the goal line. Almost losing it. Webster going low is McCann and makes a good save. The pressure was really on. And the Flyers orange set that one up. Outside the house. A great play in the end by Webster making the save. Thank you for joining us live on our Front Row Screens live stream, and also on the PPL live stream. It's been, so far, an even contest here at the PIA. Clash of the top two teams. Webster pushes it back. Looking for the mid-air tip in inside the slot. Kelly from the corner. Lamb pushes it out, but it's still on the Flyers orange attacking zone. They've got it locked in. And then Lodge controls high, back to the goal line. Wilson bypasses Kelly, now Kairos. Kairos pushes back, and now they can get on with the job. Cross ice, Kairos shoots. McCann with a good save there, diving to his left. With his hand outside the crease, stones it in with the glove. Good save. In the halfway mark, this opening period. On the CD Dodd scoreboard, both sides still yet to score their first goal. Fox and Webster have been duelling a lot this season. Out on centre ice. Good push back by the Blues. Resulting in the open ice pass. For the path, Lyndon Lodge. Good play. Goes straight on. Plays it direct to Webster. Webster. Clever out to Kelly. Cross ice McLean. From the line. Oh, dummies the shot there. Beautifully done. That's kept the Flyers Orange in possession. Cross ice. It was intended for McLean, but Wilson let it out. Wilson to maybe onto Kairos. Kairos goes with the backhand. Went from the corner. Very ambitious effort. But now as the Blues look for a few changes on the fly, they have it back through Nurich on the defensive zone. Good breakout from Nurich, but he's forced into the corner. High shot just by the left post. Chapman almost loses it. The Flyers Orange jesting the outer wing. Kelly cross ice, almost blind. But they get it back. Punla, the captain, who's back on the ice. He missed last week due to injury. Great to see the Flyers Orange skipper back. Ruck. Almost losing complete possession of it. Ruck from the corner. Good stick save, McCann. Off the glass. Here's Jacob Ruck. Cross ice. Out there to Dave Ruck. Shoots just over the crossbar. First real big chance by the Orange. Chapman and Tanner by the looks of it. Tanner loses it. Goes out back. Jeffries. Jeffries goes to Healy on the outer side. Healy, cross ice. Jeffries didn't get all of that one. And that's allowed Jacob Ruck to go for the defensive turnover. He's on the break. Ruck from the corner. Went cross ice. And it got deflected by Nurich. It's an own goal. Well, that's not the start the Blues were after, but it was well set up by the Ruck boys again. Jacob Ruck at the last touch of it before Nurich deflected into his own net as we go to the CD Dodd replay. He went cross ice. It was intended for Tanner. And a bit of a breakdown in defence. Sees Nurich deflect that one into his own net. And an own goal to start things off with 8 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. The Flyers Orange leading 1-0. Very rarely do you see an own goal in the Perth Premier League, but it happens on the odd occasion there. Flyers Blue desperate to respond after that blunder. And they've got the first steps to it. Kairos with the backhand. As far as Kelly. Back by the neutral zone, Lamb. But they're being forced back by the Flyers Orange. They're crowding that area on the outer wing. Flyers Blue. Little stick checking going on. That's allowed Cox. Will he go cross ice to maybe? No, he's being well cut off. Kairos from the corner. Out the back, Wilson. Back on centre ice. He's got Lamb in support. But the pressure was a bit too much. Lodge. Does he go cross ice to Webster? He does. He shoots. And point blank range save McCann. Flyers Orange have got the Blues under a little early pressure here at the moment. They've had more shots on target in that offensive zone than what the Blues have got in the last 4 or 5 minutes. And they're in the position that they're in. The Flyers Blue don't want to have any other defensive blunders like that one that forced that own goal. Callum Nurich was in the position to break the puck out of the congested area, but unfortunately it deflected the wrong way into his own net. The Flyers Orange have that 1-0 lead. 6.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. The Orange lead by that goal. But the Blues, they know how to come back from a deficit, much like Melbourne United in the NBL. They know how to come from behind and take the victory. It's that resilience and character that this champion side has got. And they're about to demonstrate it here. Chapman from the left corner point. Went with the slap shot. Had plenty of power, but just not enough. As Mark McCann makes another good save. And shout out to Paul McCann as well, president of IHWA, who's in the arena tonight, enjoying all the action. Watching his two boys too, Mark and Stephen, go head-to-head on opposite sides of the rink. Great to see Paulie. in the midst of the action tonight. So it's good to see a couple of other figures as well within WA Ice Hockey enjoying the action, not just in the stands, but by the crossbar as well. I'll encourage you now, after the next stoppage, to turn the volume up for the sights and sounds of the Perth Premier League as McLean inflicts the turnover. Rebounds off the glass. Healy. Open ice pass towards the defensive goal line of the Blues. They need to get desperate here. The Flyers orange are pressing forward. Kelly off the high stick. Allowed by the refs this time. Kelly, well played by Kelly to keep it in front. Tanner with the backhand. That was clever. Out to Kelly. He shoots off the slot. Doesn't get onto it. Good defending by the Blues. They force the Flyers orange back. Now Nurich. Kairos, who's been quiet. Had only 2 chances thus far. But now he's on one of his trademark breakouts. Kairos through 2. Off McCann's glove. Kelly and Kairos back and forth. Go with Jeffries. Jeffries cross ice Kairos. And he goes back to Jeffries. Jeffries has got maybe inside the house. Kairos loses possession. Webster along the boards. Ruck out the back of the hand. Ruck, and that's Jake Ruck. Both the Ruck boys playing exceptionally well thus far. Webster in open space. Lyndon Lodge from the corner. Cross ice to Webster. And Webster was in the right place at the right time. Just couldn't maintain clean possession. Again, it's on the Flyers' orange attacking zone. More of the entries have gone their way. That's put the Flyers blue under pressure, forcing them to reassess how they set up play from defence into attack. And they could do it here. Kairos was right for the pickings here. But McCann pushes that one forward and forces the puck back. Along the boards now. Dave Ruck plays it behind the goal line, but only as far as maybe. Maybe goes looking for Wilson, but Ruck turns it over. He pushes out to Webster. It's the odd man rush. Webster goes cross ice. Ruck! Oh, a little bit of a breakdown offensively this time. Webster was in position to go cross ice. Ruck tried to receive that one. Maybe go for the shot himself. There was a little bit of a miscommunication. Webster. That was better. Out to Ruck. Off for Lamb. On the defensive slot. Now Jacob Ruck off right-hand point. Webster's on his own. On the outer side. Penalty being waved off. There's a bit of a delayed penalty by the referees, but that one's been called off. Punla. Good save by McCann. Being physical there was Dave Ruck. And the Flyers orange still have got the Blues under a lot of pressure at the moment. Nurich blocks off the blind pass. Cox desperate for a response. Out to Healy. Has some space inside. That one well saved off McCann. Inside the last 2 minutes of this opening period. It's a 1-0 lead to the Orange. Cox and Lamb. Mukija loses possession of the puck. It's an open ice pass, and it'll be an icing call. All the way back to the Flyers' orange attacking zone. Inside the last minute and a half of this first period. So for the next minute and a bit, we'll get you to turn up the volume and enjoy the sights and sounds. The CD Dodd Perth Premier League live on the PIA on this Friday night. Another good save by McCann. We'll see the play stop. And another face-off inside the last 30 seconds. This opening period, Webster out of the dot. He wins out. Lays it to the edge of the slot. Rucken, Webster and McLean. Webster out the back. Wilson losing the stick, nearly a yard sale item there. Ruck, slap shot. McLean looking for the tip in, but it went a bit high over the crossbar. 10 seconds remaining. Can they double their advantage? McLean, well saved again, McCann. That one certainly had a gap in the net. Wilson will not turn that one over. It goes out to Cox, but the buzzer goes, and that is the end of the first period. The reigning champions under a bit of pressure. That early goal, that own goal, last touch by Jacob Bruck before deflecting onto Nurich, resulting in a 1-0 lead for the Flyers Orange in this clash of the top two. And when we come back, we'll have all the second period action between the Flyers Blue and the Flyers Orange live from the Perth Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere.
Shatterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shatterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena. The Flyers Blue under a bit of pressure in the early goings of this game. They trail 1-0 in this clash with the Flyers Orange, a clash of the top two in this round 14 clash. Important game it is for the Blues, looking to go 3 wins clear at the top of the ladder with their 7th win of the season, but they're going to have to do it tough because this Flyers Orange side is looking very ruthless tonight. We see a few of the CD Dodd highlights of that first period. It was all Flyers Orange, and largely because they had more chances inside that attacking zone. They went on the chase a little bit more when rebounding the puck off the boards. They played more direct and set up some pretty big chances thanks to some sloppy puck work, dare I say it, sloppy work by the Flyers Blue in a few passages. Guys like Punler, Webster and Jacob Ruck getting plenty of it. McLean working hard inside the slot to look for that easy tip in. More often than not, the Flyers Orange having more forwardmen inside that attacking house than the Flyers Blue. More often than not, it's been a 3-on-2 situation. The Flyers Blue will need to get that extra player in for that added protection. And there has been one of the key players for the Flyers Orange there, that being Dave Ruck, an inside specialist when it comes to his attacking game on the rink. He's going to be a big threat to the Blues defenseman in this second period. Another 20-minute interval. The Flyers Blue trailing 1-0 on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Cox and Webster will begin things once again. We're glad you can join us live on Front Row Screens, the opening leg of a big weekend of sport right here on FRS Sport, your number one in 2021. The second period's underway. And the Flyers Orange have first use of it again out of the dot. The Ruck boys again combining. Off the corner point, Campbell. He got plenty of power on that one, but a good save, McCann forces the Blues back. Playing it along the boards. Lamb out to Wilson. A bit of stick checking going on there. Wilson out wide, maybe. Kairos had a quiet first period. He needs a big score on the board for a second. Cox on the edge. Goes through an opponent there in Punler. And that allowed maybe to go for the slap shot. Not enough power on that one, and that's an easy save. Mark McCann And we'll have ourselves a face-off by the outer circle. Flyers blue, they've got that first entry for themselves inside that offensive zone. How can they make the most of it? Flyers orange defenseman covering the slot. And the odd man out there is Healy. Jeffries pushing his opponent back. Oh, and getting a little bit of a taste there was Chapman. Inside the slot, Healy, but barging in was Yannick Lodge with the turnover. Blind pass towards Jeffries. And now the Flyers blue will look to reassess out of that defensive zone. Lovely pass to the path of Healy. He was right there for the pickings inside the slot. And almost a mid-air by Mukija. There was a gap by the net. Mukija just couldn't get that one to go. Muric wants to make up for the own goal he conceded. Lodge. Great spin by Lodge. That's Yannick Lodge. He goes to Lyndon Lodge. Oh, big saucer pass to the path of Tanner. Tanner keeps it in front, but he's got a 2-on-1 to deal with. Chapman was one of those targets, and now coming in is Jeffries. Playing to the weak side of the Blues. Lovely pass, but it's cut off by Lodge. They gained some valuable ground there, the Flyers Blues, but was temporarily cut off, and they're going to have to go back again. Healy. The outer side now. Transferring the play, they're going for the zigzag, and it's paid off. Jeffries in a 1-on-1. He goes from the corner, but he's sucked into the goal line. Good defending by Kelly. Being forced to push back and forced into an error. Webster. Webster, blind pass turned over Kairos. Kairos, an open ice hoist pass. Kelly from the goal line. For the first 3 minutes of this second period, it is still 1-0, the Flyers orange lead. Cox. Backhand up. Cherry picker there was Webster. No, that was Kelly, I should say. Cross ice McLean. To the weak side, he pushes back. Kelly picks it up. McLean out there to Webster. Webster had the chance to double the advantage, but didn't get it. McLean pushes back. And he pumps the puck into that ideal zone. And the Blues have that turnover at their disposal. The pass into the path of Wilson. Lodge, another hoist pass along the boards, but it's picked up by Maybe with the front of the stick. Cross ice, deep into the slot, Cox. It was cut off by McCann. That's a good save, pushing forward to Lyndon Lodge. He now goes to Jacob Ruck. He shoots, almost boggled out there by McCann into the back of the net. McCann his lucky stars for the moment. McLean from the corner and tipped in. Was it tipped in? No, it wasn't in. Flyers blue save their bacon again. Kairos from the corner, goes cross ice, and it was not executed particularly well by Jeffries. That's another chance gone begging. But Kairos now rebounds offensively. Long shot coming in from the left-hand point. And just by the left post. Kairos has it again. Setting it up now. It's an open ice pass. Out of the Flyers orange defensive zone. No icing call will be made. And again, it's another long one. No icing call will be made either. Doing a great job, the referees, once again. Hunler back in the side as captain. Campbell's pass long out towards the offensive zone. Icing call. It's going to go back into the Blues attacking zone into the first 5 minutes of this second period. A real arm wrestle, despite the Flyers orange holding the advantage with that own goal scored midway through the first. Flyers orange having the odd man in the slot, and that's Dave Ruck. Looking to fend off the Flyers blue entry should they get it off this face-off, which they do. And someone left the barn door open for Healy, who takes the slap shot, and it's well saved by McCann, and a bit of bickering there from Mukija and Punla. But luckily not escalating. Healy had the barn door open right for him to make the slap shot. but that one didn't go into the gap. So the Orange can be very lucky indeed. Jeffries and Webster. Jeffries wins it. And now they're building up the chain. But sometimes it wasn't good enough, and it wasn't. Langell. Does he go cross ice to Webster? He does. Plenty of space in the slot. He could have gone for the shot, but it's Yannick Lodge who doubles the advantage for the Flyers Orange. That was a marvellous set play. Langell onto Webster and onto Yannick Lodge to get the Flyers Orange second goal of the night. And that is 7 minutes into the second period on the CD Dodd scoreboard. The Flyers Orange 2-0. And we go to the CD Dodd replays. You see there cycling the puck along the outer wing. Langell out to Webster, forcing McCann to move to the right-hand side. Yannick Lodge, lovely wrist shot to the back of the net. And it doubles the Flyers Orange advantage, 2-0. They've got the momentum their way. The Flyers Blue in a little more trouble. But there is still time aplenty for the Blues. Not if they use the puck like that. Wilson almost turning that one over and allowing Langell to have an opportunity for a third for the Flyers Orange in a second in 10 seconds. The Flyers Blue have the entry. Cox pressured by Webster. Nice stick checking by Webster. That's allowed the defensive turnover to be completed by Lodge. Bit of shade there off Cox, but Webster has the rebound. Breaks out from defence. Forced into a cross-ice pass. Potvin, who's had a quiet night thus far. Wilson. Lamb. Pressured there by Langell. Is there another chance now for the Orange? The Lodge boys combining. Langell. Potvin. Goes bang. Inside the slot there, almost Lodge again. Could have had a double next to his name and a second one. Inside 3 weeks, another hard shot from Potvin. Tanner again plays it to the weak side. Lodge, and again goes to Potvin. This time, deeper into the slot, Tanner. Tanner with the backhand. Will they go to Potvin again? No, he's forced back. Here's Tanner by Cox. Lamb, well played, goes low. Kairos breaks free. Onto centre ice. Well played, Kairos. Oh, he just couldn't bypass Potvin. Used the foot brilliantly. Langell. Hoist pass towards centre ice. Off Lamb's skate. That was allowed. Kairos. Kairos inside the slot. Cross ice. It was blind. Langell was there for the pickings. Does he go to Lodge? No, he elects to go to the slot all by himself. Clever backhand out there to Rutt. Shoots! And it is Kelly. Kelly increases the lead for the Flyers Orange. 3-0 with 11 minutes to go. In this second period, the Flyers Blue in much further trouble. As we go to the CD Dodd replay, Langell bypassing Ruck, and there Kelly fires and bullseye. In the mid-slot, had vacant space in the middle of the housing for the Flyers Orange, and now just like that, it is 3-0. Flyers Blue, the reigning champions, are in a lot of trouble because the CD Dodd scoreboard doesn't present pretty reading if you're a Flyers Blue fan, and we're not even halfway through the second period, so the first 2 goals have come in the first 9 minutes. The Flyers Orange hold, in the context of this game, a pretty hefty 2-0 advantage, but Flyers Blue, they can still come back, but they just need to use the puck a little more efficiently. McLean. Now Campbell on the defensive zone. Now Jeffries. Jeffries pushes out to Nurich. Back in the side. Deep in the slot. Webster in front. Well done by Jeffries to rescue the puck for his side. Nurich. Sending play to the weak side. Healy from the corner. It's in the slot again. Rebounded. Nurich. Hard shot. Goes high, and it ricocheted there off McCann's shoulder pads. And it went over the net and out of the playing area. Another face-off will proceed. This time it's going to be by the inner circle. Going to be Tanner and Kairos it is. Oh no, it's Cox rather. Slap shot by Kairos. He went with power. But it ricocheted there off a couple of Flyers Orange players. Punla. Punla's led from the front tonight. Puck bypasses Ruck. Turned over. Well, going down low was Potvin. Luckily, he didn't hurt himself there. Punla pinned to the boards. Back out to Lamb. Kairos on the weaker side of the ring. Flyers Orange start to converge. Kairos forced back to Maybe. Kairos pinned by Punla. And that's allowed the Orange to enforce another turnover. Good cross-ice pass. Dave Ruck to Jake Ruck. Ruck shoots. Over the crossbar. Did it go in? And it went in! Jacob Ruck with a hard shot. McCann had that puck bobbled out of the gloves, and it just wobbled to the back of the net. Well, the Flyers Blue defence having an ordinary night here. As we see on the CD Dodd replay, Ruck gave it plenty of power. McCann looked to have saved that one, but it just bobbled out of his gloves, went high, and through the gap to the back of the net. And that is a double for Jacob Ruck. And forced that own goal in the first period. And now, just like that, they have scored 3 in this second period and have a 4-0 lead. And we've still got 8 minutes to go in the second. My goodness gracious me, it is turning out to be a real blowout. At this stage in the game, the reigning champions have never been dismantled like this in the early goings of this game. And we've still got 8 minutes and a third period to go. Angel and Wilson. Flyers Blue need a steadier. Cox keeps it in front. Good play, but only as far as Yannick Lodge. Goes cross ice, Lyndon Lodge. Out onto the side, they're chasing after it, the Blues. And that's a good 4-man chase to get that puck back. Kairos. Open ice towards the attacking goal line for the Blues. Lodge. Open ice pass covered by Nurich. Goes to the boards, rebounded by Jeffries, but Lodge plays it back. It's on the Flyers Orange attacking zone yet again. Nurich behind the goal line. Breaks out. Towards centre ice. Does he go cross ice? Faked it. And almost taken out by Campbell. Webster has a rare miss. Pushed back onto centre ice, and that's where Chapman comes up to meet it. Takes one. Couldn't take the second. That was Punla. Forced forward. Only as far as big Jamie Campbell. Cross ice. Beautiful chain of passes. Punla on the weak side. Good cut off there. Chapman again. Had a couple of those tonight, despite his team being demolished on the scoreboard at this stage. 3 straight goals in the second period. Chapman. Back to McLean. On the far side, goes looking for Kelly in the slot, but it was well rebounded by the Blues defence. Jeffries. He keeps it in front. Healy went with the backhand, but it was, again, a matter of poor execution on the offensive zone. Despite plenty of chances, Tanner. Voice pass to his own advantage. Keeps it in front. Goes to Potvin from the left point. Potvin, clever by Potvin. It's now on the corner. Lodge out there to Campbell and Kelly. Voice pass towards the offensive zone. McCann out there to Lodge, who was pressured by Healy. They're just not really building a consistent chain here, the Flyers Blue. They're usually known for that fast tempo game. As we mentioned at the start, pardon me, you never know what tempo you're going to get with this Flyers Orange side, and we're getting it ruthlessly right here tonight. Lodge to Ruck, almost tipped in. It was close to the crease. And the Flyers Blue were almost caught out. And Potvin hoists that one up towards his team bench. Was that intentional or not? Did look like it. But no penalty will be given. At the moment, no power plays are being given, but it's going to be a face-off by the neutral line. Flyers Orange are going to play with a more tighter formation here. They've got the defenseman out the back, protecting the slot, but it may not be enough. As I say that, Kelly inflicts the turnover. Ruck keeps it in front for Webster. Cross ice back to Dave Ruck. Inside goes Ruck. Supported by Webster, but turned over. The Blues have it again. Losing his footing was Kelly. That's allowed Kairos to build some space. Goes with a wrist shot. Nobody home, and he is not happy about it. Who can blame him? Another good save by McCann. Kairos having a bit of a frustrating night in the early going. Very rarely do you see him dominated in a game. Save by McCann will result in another face-off. Flyers Orange playing 3 defensemen at the slot. Again to the weaker side. Flyers Orange play the puck. They're wanting an icing call, the Blues, and they're going to get it. We have face-off on the Flyers' blue attacking zone. They need this reply desperately. Tanner and Jeffries. Even Stevens in that one, but the Blues emerge with it. Mukija on the strong side of the rink. Mukija finds some space. Backhand shot, but to no avail this time. Inside the last 3 minutes of this second period, it has been a dominant display by the Orange. Jeffries deep in the slot, rebounded. Healy, 2 good saves. McCann. Mark McCann really catching fire tonight. So far, a clean sheet next to his name. Can he keep it up for the remainder of this game? Well, it is looking like it. Only time will tell. We have another face-off as both teams make a few changes on the fly. Webster again being the face-off. This time it's Jeffries on the dot. And out of it, the Flyers Orange again take possession. They play it to McLean. It's bypassed. Chapman. Cross ice, Nurich. For the strong side. 3 Flyers Orange are covering. And he's forced back. Here's Nurich to Chapman. In the defensive zone. Healy went to the centre. That's where Kairos was. But again, it's a defensive breakdown that's allowed the turnover to come along. And the Flyers Orange have a bit of a breakdown themselves, and they turn it over. They play it to the outer side. Healy. Kairos out in the open. Good play by Kairos, pushing back. Knew he was under pressure. Cox being casual, loses it to Webster. Backhander. Kelly. Loses that one. The Blues now back on. They've got the 3-on-2 going. Cox goes to Kairos. And that one just by the left post. Boy shot by Maybe. Doesn't pay off. McCann with the gloves. A good save as we approach the last minute of this second period. An unanswered 3-goal burst by the Flyers Orange. One of them to Ruck. And then Yannick Lodge and Bob Kelly. Jacob Ruck, that is, who scored one of them. Yannick Lodge and Bob Kelly amongst them. And not a single one next to any names of the Flyers blue. You could say that is pretty rare. So if it keeps going like this, this will be the first genuine loss for the Flyers blue. Oh, off the post. Long shot by Nurich, just reflected off the post. But he gets the rebound. On some space at the centre of the slot. And in between the stick and the net is McCann's left glove. And that's been causing a few headaches for the Blues tonight. This will likely be the last play of this second period. We've only got 10 seconds left. The Flyers blue would want a chance to avoid a sweep in the first 2 periods. Kairos, and with the stick of McCann, saving that one inside the crease. That'll do it for the second period. An unanswered 3-goal burst by the Flyers Orange sees them lead against the reigning champions 4-0 in this top 2 clash. Been anything that many of us expected after the first 2. Can the Blues come back? Or will the Flyers Orange maintain their healthy advantage here at the Perth Ice Arena? Don't go anywhere. The final period coming up next.
Shatterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shatterguard.com.au.
The Flyers Orange doing everything their way in the first two periods. They led 1-0 after the first. And after the second, they have an even bigger advantage, 4-0. As we're about to get the third period underway here at the Perth Ice Arena, this round 14 battle in the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. We go to the highlights thanks to CD Dodd, and it was all the Orange with that unanswered 3-goal burst. Campbell getting the first of the few chances. The Ruck boys again setting up a few big passages from defence into attack. Cox. And only one of the few good chances for the Blues, but there, Mark McCann, who's had plenty of good saves under pressure, has caused a few headaches. They just can't seem to get it past him. Healy had the best chance of it. But again, that offensive breakdown is what's been a bit of a downfall for the Blues in this game, at least. And the Flyers Orange making the most of every chance that they get. A little bit of banter going on between the two sides as we take you back live to the Perth Ice Arena. Dave Ruck there, been right in the thick of the action again. His fellow counterpart Jacob getting 2 goals in this game, a double for him. As we're about to get the last period underway. Cox and Webster will do battle again. Remember, 15 minutes plus stoppage time in the third period. And we're underway. Webster wins out on the dot, pushes to Punler. Ruck off the knees, loses that one, finds Cox, and maybe colliding with Punler inadvertently. And the Blues have the rebound again. This is a mirror image of the second period, where both sides got their first entries within about 30 seconds. Chapman getting that one off the boards. Kairos shoots. And again, like we mentioned, for much of this game, they just can't seem to get it past Mark McCann. What a game he is having thus far. In the early seconds of this game, 4-0. That presents very delightful reading if you're a Flyers Orange fan. Now to the dot, Cox. Only as far as Potvin, and they push to the weaker side. Also pass out towards the attacking zone for the Orange, but Muric covers that one. But it's chopped off. Well played by Tanner. And now Langell. And he might have been offside. A couple of players just having a chat with the referee there about that decision, but it was a fair one. Both sides going to the benches. Make a few changes on the fly before this face-off. Jeffries this time wins it. Back on the defensive zone of the Blues. To the stronger side of the rink, to the weaker side of the rink. They transfer the play, but the Flyers Orange through Langell. Concedes the turnover, loses the stick, but that was a high stick, according to the referee. And I think that is against Mukija. And I think that's going to be the first power play. Yes, it is. That high stick will result in Mark Mukija spending some time in the penalty box. Let's roll that Shutterguard power play on the screen. And this is the first of the night. It'll be a 5-on-4 situation. And it'll be right where the Flyers Orange want it. They thrive on this situation when the advantage is their way. 5-on-4. Good scorers out of this. Webster and Lodge. Webster gets it back. On the left-hand point, from centre point, Lodge fires. Well saved by Stephen McCann. Campbell goes to Lodge again. Webster this time at centre point. Finds space for Campbell. Almost chopped off Jeffries. Well, they were a bit under pressure there, the Orange. Hesitant in turning that one over. Ricocheted off Lamb's stick, and that is going to be back behind the goal line. And now they've got some extra space, the Flyers Orange, to break free. Lodge breaks out to the attacking zone. Hasn't got any targets pushing forward. Now he does. He's got Campbell. Goes bang, does Campbell. And down low, Steve McCann, a good save. He's got big power behind that left hand. Has big Jamie Campbell. He's got a good back checking, has got a good ability to back check his opponents out of the contest with his size and strength. And he's a very tall player too. Plenty of fans and opposition coaches have been on the lookout for him to contain his presence on the ice. Cox pushes forward onto centre ice, but cut off by Campbell, as we mentioned him. Punler out there to Campbell, almost losing it. Ruck on defensive ice. Transfers play to the weaker side. Out to Jacob Ruck, but goes only as far as Nurich for the Blues. They're a bit under pressure now. Runs into the path of Tanner. And cut off there, Dave Ruck by the neutral zone. Good pass to the weaker side, finds Jacob Ruck. Ruck, cross ice towards Tanner. Looking for that tip in. Slap shot by Dave Ruck, but nobody home. Will it be an icing call? Refs say no. Kairos comes up to meet it. Is he able to get it across to the defensive zone? He does. He was under quite significant pressure. This penalty about to be killed off. But one last chance for the Flyers Orange to score this important penalty goal. If they can get it, Ruck. Ricochet off Chapman. And just a few seconds to go before the penalty's killed off. Punler on the centre of the slot, looking for the slap shot. The penalty's killed off. Kairos deep in the attacking slot. He goes for it, and Kairos gets his first. Just the response the Blues were after a poor start to the game. And that second period where they let in 3 easy goals, Jordan Kairos scores the first for the reigning champions. And that restricts just a bit of their momentum as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Lovely breakaway from defence into attack. Kairos tips that one in with the backhand inside the crease. And there's a knee pumped. Replay all thanks to CD Dodd. Just under 12 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. 4-1 is the scoreline, but the momentum still with the Flyers orange, dare I say. But we know the Flyers blue are the reigning champions for a reason. Webster and Jeffries. It's Jeffries who emerges with it. Now they barge through. Jeffries. Long hoist shot towards the rink, and sliding in there was Mukija. Lodge comes in and says, hey, we don't appreciate that. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Jeffries gets involved. I'm sure it was inadvertently. I'm sure Mukija was just trying to put on the brakes at the right time. As we go to the CD Dodd replay, starting to get a little bit of heat in here. Mukija, I'm sure he was just putting on the brakes there because he did have the stick just in his reach. Lyndon Lodge, not sure about that. Mukija didn't do it intentionally. He's just trying to put on the brakes because he came into the crease with plenty of speed. The Flyers Blues still have it on their attacking zone. Could this be the start of a bit of a comeback, perhaps? Only time will tell. We've still got 11 and a half minutes to go. The Flyers Orange with the momentum their way, with the scoreline being 4-1. Long cross-ice pass. Lamb from left-hand point. McCann with a very good save again. Well-deserved applause too. A good section of the crowd. Both sides are going to make a few changes on the fly now. Potman coming back in. Langell and Yannick Lodge, and so is Maybe and Nurich. And the Flyers Orange are going to cover that slot with 3 of their main defensemen. They're leaving the left-hand point open in the event of a long slap shot either from Kairos or Chapman. So it's a good set play, but the Flyers Orange have won the puck. Blind pass cut off in the end by Nurich, who's just come back on. Cox. Cox under a bit of pressure. Kairos out the back, and he's done it again. Jordan Kairos has scored the last 2. And the Flyers blew up the game, only just. Scoreline now 4-2 Cox. Lovely little tap in for to Kairos, and from the corner. What a marvellous effort that was. Jordan Kairos has a double all to himself. And just maybe they are back in the game. We've got 11 minutes to go. And the reigning champions have scored the last 2 against the run. Scoreline looking much more respectable. And now the momentum again is sliced. And the Blues are on a bit of a comeback trail here. Nurich forced back. Good play by Lodge, but he's supported by Chapman. Here's Nurich. They're building up the chain. This is what we've been dying to see all game from this champion side. Nurich on the outside. Cox! Almost Andrew Cox getting a third in a row just as quick. The pressure now on the Flyers Orange to maintain the momentum. Langell couldn't maintain possession. Chapman out to Nurich on the defensive zone. Saucer pass back to centre ice. Back and forth the puck goes. Kairos. They're wanting icing, the Blues. Are they going to get it? No. Nurich has Chapman in support, bypasses him. There's Kairos. Nice little breakout. Goes to the weaker side. Oh, charged hard by Ruck. He went down like a bag of spuds. But he gets up quickly. There's Jordan Kairos. But that was a pretty hard hit. That's what you expect in elite ice hockey here in WA. They are bringing the heat in the late stages of this game. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the match. It is 4-2 the score. Kairos on the bench for a bit of a spell after that hit. Stopping that entry in his tracks. It was an offside call to begin with. And Dave Ruck simply letting him know about it. Webster. Webster pushes forward. Bypass Ruck. Lodge. Under pressure from Mukija. Keeps it in front. Goes open ice. Out to the goal line. Covered by Webster. Out there to Ruck from the corner. Slap shot almost attempted by Jacob Ruck out of fresh area. Bobbled out by McCann. Inside the slot. Jeffries with a high pass. Back onto centre ice now. Jeffries 2-on-1 with Lodge. They're wanting a penalty here. Looked like a high stick, but they're not going to get it. And no delay has been called either. Behind the goal line. Mukija. 1-on-1 there with Lyndon Lodge. The Orange get it back, but only momentarily. Wilson. Slap shot. Ricocheted off the Orange defender. And now Webster on the rebound. Webster, cross ice to Ruck. He shoots, and Ruck has got a hat-trick. That could possibly seal the issue for the Flyers Orange. The breakout set up by Webster, the defensive turnover, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Webster going cross ice. He had 2 targets on the odd rush. Dave Ruck was the other, but Webster elected to go to Jacob Ruck on the left-hand side. And Jacob Ruck just finishes off the good work with a hat-trick. Scoreline now 5-2, and that is against the Flyers' blue run, so they steadied themselves here. Have the second place Flyers Orange. Face-off being won by the Blues. Cox pushes it back. Nurich. Nice pass through the legs. That's a maybe. Campbell and Kairos 1-on-1. They push back. They look to go cross-ice through the Blues, but it was turned over. Open ice pass. Lodge. It's going to be an icing call. No, it won't. Nice touch by Chapman. Nurich under some pressure from Tanner. Nurich manning the puck from the defensive zone. 9 minutes to go. On the CD Dodd scoreboard, 5-2 the score. The Flyers Orange lead. Nurich, nice little breakaway, but the slot is heavily covered. Cox, forced back. Kairos. Almost had that one in. Inside the slot. Flyers Orange again turn it over, and again they got a breakaway. Kelly, he shoots. Nobody home. Good save, McCann. Kelly loses his footing at the last moment. Maybe. Ricocheted off Pundler. Open ice pass. Didn't go to anyone in particular. McCann and Chapman covering that one off. They had to make a few changes on the fly. Did both sides. Kairos. Wilson. Wilson and Lodge, 1-on-1. Force back, maybe. Webster again. Fine effort by Webster to keep it in front. Webster off the post. Lodge pinned to the boards there by Lamb. Lamb is down. Lamb is down while the play goes on, and there'll be a stoppage. Bit of a late call, but Lamb got hit pretty hard there, and he's down on his haunches. And a bit of pushing and shoving. Kairos and a few Flyers Orange players, Lodge and Podfin getting involved, but Lamb must have had the wind knocked out of him. Clock is stopped at 7:14, so we got a delay in the game. Go to the CD Dodd replay. That must have been a pretty hard hit as we see on the replay. Oh no, he just picked it there. That's where he went down. So Lamb is down, and The noise you hear there, the applause from the Flyers blue teammates and the coach. He's being taken from the ice, and he is not well, the Flyers blue captain. And that's an injury that they don't want to afford at this time. Richie Lamb, hard-nosed, rock-solid captain for the Flyers blue. And in the meantime, this was the play. Off the post, Lamb got checked there, and that was by Ruck, and he got hit pretty hard in the side there while checking him out of the play. That will hurt. Got him maybe right in the rib area. And little pushing and shoving there. Nurich and Lodge having a bit of back chat. We apologise for any of the language that we pick up. But a little bit of laughter there going on at the end. Luckily, no penalty. No time in the penalty box for any of the players. It was a pretty hard hit too, I will say, but pretty fair one to be at that. He was going for the puck as well. It was Ruck, so he took him out of the play, but my goodness, a bit unlucky for Richie Lamb. So he's out of the game for the moment. We'll keep an eye on him in the next few minutes. And it looked like an offside call, yes. And a couple of players not happy with that one. I'm starting to take on a bit of a life of its own here since the Lamb incident. It'll be a face-off by the neutral zone. It'll be Jeffries and Webster in this face-off on the outer wing. On the dot, Webster. Langell turned over. Mukija just by the right-hand post. Healy thrusts forward, but only as far as Webster. Webster plays it out to the path of Langell. But he's flanked in the 2-on-1. Changes on the fly for the Flyers orange. That's given extra space for Jeffries, but he couldn't make use of it. Langell and Lodge combining, and it's another one. That's about 2 offside calls in the last minute or so. Langell, I have to say, pretty stiff on that one because he was going along quite nicely. I think he was in a fairer position, so a bit unlucky for him. But the referee was in the prime spot to make the call at the same time. 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. Flyers orange leading 5-2 against the reigning champions, the Flyers blue. Maybe in Ruck. Ruck plugs it out, but only as far as Wilson, who pushes to the weaker side, finding Kairos. Cox, maybe. 2-on-1. Did he get tripped up? Refs say no. Kairos, cross ice, Cox. You have to flick that one with the backhand. Didn't get that one to go. He's got Kairos in space. Nurich from centre point. Plays it out wide. Cox, he fires. And gets bumped off it. And a good save, McCann. Time will continue to chew away at every play, even with the stoppage time being added. Flyers orange will likely go on to a massive win. This will be a big win in the context of their season because they'll only be a win behind atop the ladder after this win. But that goal difference will present a big advantage to the Flyers blue because at the moment they've conceded 3 and they're only on positive 19. And at the moment the Flyers orange on the live ladder positive 10 on the goal difference. But there is still 5.5 minutes remaining, so those will change. Those could change, rather, in that very time. Webster. Forced behind the offensive goal line. Well played, Nurich. Good to see him back after missing last week. Anthony Nurich, still missing from the side, but hopefully we'll see him back in the next round over at the Coburn Ice Arena as we head to the final third of regular season matches before the finals begin in September. Kairos. Kairos goes through 3. Does he go through the 4th? Deep in the slot. Down low is McCann. Putting the pressure on, but a good save nonetheless. That's allowed the Flyers orange to push the puck from the defensive goal line. McLean finds space. Deep in the slot. Look forward to Kelly. Off the post. McLean, good offensive rebound. Flicks it out wide. Kelly Needing to use that one a bit better because he had no targets. Boys pass towards the offensive goal line. Wilson plays it wide. Jeffries pushed out by Kelly. Cross ice. Tanner goes, but only as far as Jeffries. Very dynamic. Jeffries through the legs of his opponents, keeps it in front. Going down there, a couple of Flyers Orange players. Lane Jewell, lovely cross ice pass. Yannick Lodge. He's on the odd man out rush. Where's the support coming for Lodge? Easy save by McCann. Pushes it forward. Healy. Back by the neutral zone, but a 3-on-1 stopped him in his tracks. Lodge. Clever cross ice pass towards the net, and it's Lyndon Lodge who gets it. That's Lyndon Lodge's first. And that will be the killer blow for the Flyers Orange as we go to the CD Dodd replay. The cross ice pass proving blind. 3-on-1, stopping the Blues right in their tracks. Lovely cross ice pass to the edge of the house there, and in the slot. Lyndon Lodge sinks that one and sinks the Flyers blue in this round 14 clash. Scoreline 6-2. And what a big boost to the goal difference it will be. The Flyers Orange 5th win of the season. And they'll go to 13 points from 11 games. After this result, heading into the final 8 rounds of competition before the finals. Flyers blue, of course, will stay on top of the ladder. They'll still be a win clear. But this is a loss that they would want to put behind them very quickly. Ruck. Great solo effort. Ruck from the corner. He's been known for doing that a little bit. Ruck goes cross ice out there to Jacob Ruck, who's looking for 4 in the game. Force back. Punla, the captain, back leading from the front. Open ice towards the goal line. Dave Ruck comes up to meet it. He's got Webster up forward. Fresh airy. That allows maybe to recycle the puck from defence. Cross ice towards the open area inside the Flyers Orange defensive zone. 3 minutes to go. On the CD Dodd scoreboard, 6-2 is the scoreline that reads in favour of the Flyers Orange. Kelly to Ruck on the defence, on the attacking zone. Dave Ruck went with the backhander to Jacob Ruck. Jacob Ruck couldn't control the puck cleanly. Nurich, that's a Kairos for a hat-trick. Kairos getting that one deflected by the pads of McCann. Back to the left corner point. Mukija, his shot, ricochet off Big Campbell. Campbell defending with all he can. Couldn't get through Cox. He went with the pass to Kairos. Out the back, Cox. And for that tipping inside the slot. They're playing it casually. That's allowed Jacob Ruck to break free. But Wilson stopping him in his tracks. That's good defence. But the pass was horrible, but it was offside. That's against Tanner. And I think that'll be some time in the box too. No, it won't. Inside the last 2.5 minutes of this game. 6-2 scoreline, and it'll be a big victory for the Flyers Orange against the reigning champions. It's a statement-making victory, dare I say it. It's turned out to be anything but a close contest, especially that 3-goal burst in the second period that saw the Orange pull away. McLean on the edge of the slot. Pushed back by Jeffries. Into the boards by a couple of Orange players. And again, the turnovers keep coming. Webster out to McLean. Pinned to the boards there by McKidra, I should say. Almost turned over Webster off the gloves, and Kelly shooting that one towards the goals, but it's McCann who makes the save. A few good laughs by the players there as well. Enjoying the moment. Webster and Jeffries in the face-off. Webster. Oh, ordinary slap shot. Kelly on the edge of the slot. Webster gets it back out to Kelly. Kelly pressured by Jeffries. Wilson down low. Webster from the corner. Cross ice Kelly. Goes for it from the edge of the house. Doesn't get that one to go. Mukija on the defensive zone. Cross ice to Healy. That's a good pass. Healy from the edge. Shoots. And that deflected off McCann's gloves and went straight back to Healy. But again, that 2-on-1 stopping the Blues from getting a second chance. Hoist pass out towards the open goal line. McCann under pressure. The crease has been exposed. Langell got tripped up by McCann, but inadvertently. Luckily, the crease closed. Tanner went for everything, but had nothing. Tanner in a scramble with Chapman. He's got Langell in support, but Nurich wins it. Quick breakout inside the last 40 seconds. Nurich went cross ice. His intended target was maybe, but nothing but orange in his sights. Cross ice. Tanner out there to Yannick Lodge. His slap shot completely missed. We're down to 20 seconds now. Nurich cycles it along the wings. Cox gets the cross ice pass. Well saved, McCann. Langell with the open ice pass covering centre ice. It's taken in by Chapman. Cut off there by Yannick Lodge. Into the final few seconds. There's the buzz-up. And the Flyers Orange are big winners. Flyers Orange 6 plays the Flyers Blue 2. And that is a statement-making win for the Flyers Orange. They've just proven tonight that they are the leading contenders along with the Flyers Blue in the race for the championship. And with 8 rounds to go, they will be a win behind the Blues atop the ladder. With 13 points from their 11 games. That victory set up by that big burst in the second period. 3 goals straight. And it looked as though in the first few minutes of the second, Jordan Kairos' 2 goals in a row steered the Flyers Orange back into the Flyers Blue back into the game. But then sealing the issue, another goal for Ruck and also Lyndon Lodge to put the nail in the coffin. But a great performance all round by the Flyers Orange. They totally outclassed the Blues. They used the puck more efficiently. They were more aggressive. And they were able to use the weaker side of the Perth Ice Arena rink to their full advantage. And they've got this big win, 6 goals to 2. Their goal difference has been boosted up to 11. The Flyers Orange. And 5 wins from their 11 games, including 3 losses and 3 ties. That'll do it from the Perth Ice Arena on this Friday night, round 14 of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. But a big weekend of sport still to come on FRS Sport. We've got a big WAFL clash on Saturday at 2. West Perth and Claremont from Provident Financial Oval in Joondalup. And then the Waffle W preliminary final. Swan Districts and Subiaco from Steel Blue Oval in Bassendean. A big weekend of football coming up on Saturday and Sunday. But on behalf of Bailey, Ryan, Matt and all of the Front Row Screens team, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening. And we look forward to your company Saturday from 2, live from Joondalup.